Move on to the VA scandal. I don't think the average person cares because we don't have a generalized draft, and very, very few of us have served in the military. Very few of us have anyone in the military. We all have a sympathy for those in the military. At least we offer lip service for that issue. But I'm not certain that the veteran scandal will play out with the average voter because they don't have any individuals in their family in the military. And Obama, of course, has nothing to do with it. Even though he's the commander-in-chief, he's shocked to find out that there were double sets of books, that there's drug dealing, that there's the wholesale sale of stealing of equipment, the sale of cocaine and heroin inside these organizations. He knows nothing about it. He didn't hear about it on the golf course. He didn't hear about it in the White House, so how could he be responsible? It was obviously Ronald Reagan's fault that the VA hospitals are in such disrepair. And so listen to clip 14, because here is a whistleblower, Thomas Fiore, who's a detective who works for the VA, former Marine, as good as gold, who's scared to death of what he has found. Listen to clip 14.
People are dying. There's so many things that are going on there that people need to know about. Oxycontin, Vicodin, Percocet, things along those lines. Marijuana, cocaine, heroin. I've come across them all. I know that I've seen patient abuse in the nursing home. Well, I've seen patients with just full black and blues. To make the problem go away, they just take that individual staff member and they pick them up and they relocate them to a whole different area. Theft is rampant. And we're talking government property. We're talking about things that the taxpayers are buying. Am I scared? Absolutely. I can't begin to explain to you how retaliation works within just the Miami VA. They don't like people that want to air their dirty laundry.
Now, that's thanks to CBS Miami for that report from Miami VA whistleblower Thomas Fiore, a very brave man. But you and I both know what the Obama machine is going to do to this patriot now that he's blown the whistle on the Miami VA. I mean, drug dealing, stealing equipment, abusing the patients. But I don't know that this issue is going to catch fire with the electorate. I'm reading an article in the New York Times that's actually frightening to see. Democrats seek issue to buoy turnout in midterms, and so they hire a research organization to do internal research, and what they come up with is that the best thing that the Democrats can stand for, according to that despicable human being, Steve Israel of New York. Now, this guy has a real history of fascism, in my opinion. Steve Israel wanted the FCC to enact the Fairness Doctrine. Steve Israel tried to turn talk radio, the dials off. Steve Israel is as bad as they come. He's sort of the male equivalent of Doberman, Wasserman, Schultz. And he chaired the study, and he presented it to House Democrats this morning. And he came up with the solution that the best way to run as a Democrat is to pander to Hispanic and African American voters and to demonize the Republican Party as not caring about the poor and not caring about the working person, and that the Republican Party only cares about big business. I mean, there's nothing new under the sun. That's their old platform, by the way. The Democrat Party has always been on the same message. They have always raised more money than Republicans or in most recent years. In fact, Democrats this week reported that they had outraised House Republicans and that they retain a more than $11 million edge in available cash. Where did Steve Israel get that money? From the poor? Did he get it from poor blacks and poor Hispanics? You know, and I both know that they got it from the rich. So it's all lies and thievery and chicanery. And they're going to use advertising to run a campaign. Mr. Israel said you can expect to see a pairing of the two. Republicans protecting their perks while turning their backs on the middle class. You know, I'm no big fan of the Republican Party, but the Democrat Party is filled with wobbly communists and thieves of the lowest order. If I were Republican, I'd run on the corruption of the Obama administration in terms of the insider no-bid contracts. I would look into every campaign in the country and find out what kind of money was put into slush funds for these Democrats, how many congressional offices steered contracts for fake solar projects that produced nary a kilowatt of energy, etc., and then we'd find out what's really real here. The problem is the Republican Party is sort of the twin of the Democrat Party in so many ways, standing for very little difference.